Anything else?
Well,
Got another check?
that's it for
We're
now.
on a roll. Wish I could say thank you very much.
Yep. For your time. You want us to go?
Well, let's see.
You can stay or go, it's fine, you're up to.
You might want to wait. You're welcome to.
If you're gonna go, I'd go now.
We're gonna just get into the good stuff.
Well, the big thing about too, I mean, for being proactive in that area, and they really handle our workman's comp claims for us really well. I mean, we just basically, they're kind of our HR department in that area. I mean, we send them down, and they take care of all that stuff, so. that
They're able to
helps
come
us.
into the office, send them down.
Yeah, exactly,
If they're
yeah.
missing an arm, just send them straight to the hospital.
Yeah, yeah.
We're here.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Thank you.
See ya. Oh, just go fast. Go.
You might want to stay.
That's what I told them.
Reconsider.
Now we lock the doors.
No, for the record, I didn't ask for any. Yeah. I instructed you for the meeting, for Matt.
I remember
Not
in
to ask
April
for
when we
motion.
prayed.
Off for the next few weeks, I'll make a note. Heather,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
assuming you're going to talk to us about economic development.
I'm going to talk to you about housing rehab first.
All right.
We're doing it?
We're doing housing rehab.
But you don't have to come in.
Attention to your daughter, actually. I've been up with
You're really the doorman tonight.
Got it. That's what I'm here for.
Housing rehab, we're going to try and apply for the housing rehab program again. If you recall, we did this a couple of years ago. We had 14 demos and 14 rehab projects. There's a few things that are different this time, so we're going to have a pre-meeting this time. We're going to do an informational meeting before we even get started. We didn't do that last time. We just talked about it, but there's a few changes, so we know people kind of understand the program a little bit more, so we're going to go ahead and do a pre-meeting here. You're all invited to come June 1st here downstairs at 7 o'clock. We'll just talk about some of the changes and kind of gauge some interest. One of the biggest changes is it has to be a concentrated area. So we're not going to do that. We'll accept applications from everyone, but then we'll have to decide kind of where the area will be. So it's really good. Carol Torkelson from NCRPC will run that program for us again. She does a fabulous job. And we'll have applications available here in the city office and also at my office. And it's a free app. It just kind of says what's my address, what's my income level. I think it's kind of what it tells you about. And then what repairs do you need to be done, and do you have any idea what the estimate would be, just so we kind of estimate the estimate. That's number one. Number two is cleanup grant. So we're in the throes of doing the Mitchell County cleanup grant countywide. We didn't have a lot of response the first week, but the weather was kind of bad. It was raining the first 3 or 4 days. That Saturday, the first week that we did it, was a little better, and then we re-upped it and started last Saturday and have run it all week. Still not great, so I'm kind of surprised. We have $20,000 to play with, and I think we finally just now hit the $10,000 mark. So there is still some funds available. We had a lot of calls at the beginning, so I really kind of thought we'd be out pretty quickly, so I'm pretty surprised that it hasn't. We'll go ahead and extend that probably, or we could pick a couple of projects. So I guess that's something I'd like you to think about. If there's a certain project that you think we would like to do, or some ideas for a project that we could do, maybe each of our communities has a project or two they want to try and accomplish. It cannot be demo. That's the biggest. Everybody asks about demo. I'm not demo a building, but we could paint or clean up a building or clean up a specific area.
Apply to the Little Red Schoolhouse.
If you want to take it to the dump, that would be the only thing. It would be cleanup. We could do some painting on it. We could not do any structural things.
Okay.
So, yeah, we could do some painting. We could do some painting. And we could pay for specific labor if it's things that can't be done normally, like tree trimming, things like that. But I don't think you could do like a roof. The First Impressions program is the other one. We are in the middle of the First Impressions program. You guys appointed a committee to do that. And we meet our very first meeting to get trained. They meet the very first meeting this Thursday. And they will get trained, and then they will take off, and we will hopefully hear something soon. The last thing I have is Career Exploration and Leadership Week. I got involved with this just a little bit. to help out through the USD 273, also regional planning. Myself are kind of kicking this off. I'm kind of excited. The reason they pulled me in on it was career development. So what my goal out of it is to show kids the careers that they can do here locally, so that hopefully they're considering careers locally, and whether that means they graduate and go to tech school and learn how to use a robotic welder and go to AGCO and then run a robotic welder, or whether that means they become a CNA or whatever. So we're going to take different themes each week, and you can see there the days that we're going to do it. June 12th through 14th is science exploration. We're hoping anything from dissection to shocking fish to anything that's hands-on. It is not school. These are things that are hands-on. They can actually talk to the professionals, ask lots of questions. The next week is healthcare and law enforcement, so hopefully that includes some tours and some frank conversations with law enforcement and healthcare workers. And then 26th through 28th is ag and entrepreneurship, so everything from any sort of ag you're doing to how you start your own business. You can see that these are incoming 7th through 9th grade students. It's extremely cheap. It's $10 for a week, or if you want to go all 3 weeks, $25. It includes t-shirt and lunch every day. We also want to do some civic engagement, so whether that means that they are going to the Rotary meeting or the Lions meeting, so they understand how that works, and then also some community service. We're not sure if that means they're helping at the kids' cafe or they're helping actually do some sort of project. So my goal, everybody that's kind of involved has a different goal. Obviously the technical school would like to go to technical school, and 273 would like to get some career paths, and regional planning just helps, and it's fantastic. But mine is to really show kids the careers that they can really do here. And I'm shocked how many times I'm in the school system and they'll say, well, I can't do that here. And I'm like, yes, you can. This is where you do that, and this is how you run that business. So it's just getting kids exposed to things and some hands-on training, fun stuff, hopefully, that they actually consider. So you have a neighbor or a niece or a nephew or a grandchild or a child that is interested, okay, that's wrapping it up for me. Let me know. So hopefully, in my mind, I'd love to have 40, 30, 50 kids, but we'll just have to see how kind of the first year goes. Yes.
How's this about size?
We are just starting with us. I went in and actually talked to these kids at St. John's, and Chris Adams has talked to the ones at Beloit. We had it on the radio. Jeff Travis was on the radio. Where should I advertise?
Well, I was just curious as to, maybe there's some kids that would like to go, but they can't afford.
Yeah, there are scholarships available. Sorry, there's scholarships available. Yes,
Answers
absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, because that's, it is honestly just helping pay for the t-shirt is all the money is. We were very fortunate to have some people give some funding, and we're just going to try it for the first chance that it happens.
Yeah, I had a question, go back to that.
Yes.
Are we being proactive going after people that applied last time
Yes.
and maybe didn't get it?
Yeah, absolutely. And there's not many left on that list, thankfully. There really isn't. There's a few demos that were left on the list. A lot of them went ahead and did themselves, and the rehabs, we really did get to most everyone, and there were some situations that changed with some of the other ones that were still on the list. People moved out or people sold the house or whatever. But yeah, we did.
Are there any areas that you and Carol are targeting?
There's areas that we have in mind. I mean, you can kind of picture where we would probably think that that's what would happen. And the few that I've talked to are kind of that direction, so.
So around Tom's house?
Yeah.
Lee's house.
Or one.
So we'll see. I'm anxious to see. I'm hoping that there are some, part of the changes though, before we got 400,000 and they lowered that to 350,000. So, and right now the funding is in the air, but we're just going to go ahead and pretend like it's happening, and we'll just see what happens.
It worked really well last time. Really worked.
Oh, it was fantastic, and we got lots of comments on it, so it was a great program.
Well, it's nice to see the effect too. I mean, you still drive around town there. Oh, that's,
Yeah, I know. See a couple empty lots that had some really bad things on them. Any questions? All right, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
Next item is the police chief and academy of graduates.
About 2 weeks ago, both Officer Seaman and Officer Hank graduated the police academy, and they are now in their field training phase, and hopefully they'll be done pretty soon, and we will be almost full staffed.
How long do they go through their field training?
Depends how long it takes them to get the hang of, I mean, they learned all the book work, so to speak. At the academy, it's not really hands-on intensive. You do some role playing and that kind of stuff, but now they get to deal with real people and real problems, and it takes a little bit to get used to.
Chief, would there be any way that we could get photos of the police officers in the paper to where people could recognize them when they see them on the street?
That's
Because it's
that's
a little
really
hard
not
to do
a,
when
it's
they're
really not a
behind.
it's an officer safety issue at this point in time in our world. I mean, my guys are wearing black uniforms, gray pants. They got big gold badges, say Beloit. I mean, I guess what
I mean, I don't know that,
did you know him?
yeah. I mean, the only time I see them is when they're, in their cars and you can't really see through
Right.
the darkened windshield, so.
We have a couple programs in place that we're trying to change that. The guys have to start interacting with the community's members without hiding in the patrol cars behind smoked windows. And we're gonna see how that goes. We could probably talk to the Beloit Call about doing something and maybe doing a picture as the whole department. I mean, we got a new flag up at the North Campus, so maybe we could do
I
something
mean,
around
I
that.
guess as a citizen, I mean, I'd kind of like to know who the guys are.
15 years ago, I did that. Had my picture and I interviewed them and had to write up about who they were and where they were from and,
I did it.
I thought it was really good. It seemed to be really well accepted, but by the time I got to the end, the person was gone.
Right, that was the problem initially, is that,
But yeah, I think it was a good idea.
I think maybe Katie had a good idea, and it kind of rung a bell when, what I was a little bit used to too, is maybe even this first part of the meeting, you just have one, the guy that's on patrol right now,
Right.
stop in for the first 15 minutes of the meeting to kind of.
well, most of the guys I've hired since I took over, I do bring to the council meetings. And so, I mean, if you want me to do something like that, I mean, we can talk about the paper thing and I mean, I've had this group of guys for a while now. I mean, it's not like a revolving door like we used to have. So it might work this time, I don't know. But it's something we could look at if that's what you guys would like to see.
And Dave and I have talked about that too, this more, that golf cart idea, and just trying to get a little bit more face time with the guys out in the community, so.
Devil's advocate, there are some undercover cops that probably you don't want the public to know who they are, right?
Yeah.
I'm the only one, so
You can't really say.
it seems to work. I mean, I mean.
Spread that on.
So, but we haven't really been that intensive with it since we, first
I
started.
mean, I realize, I think the officers are still involved with going up and eating at the elementary school.
The elementary school, St. John's, and the college, and the high school. So, I mean, we're trying to do some things differently, and we're still working on that. I mean, it's not something that we're really good at, but we're trying to figure out different ways to make that work.
Thanks.
No problem, sir.
Thank you, Dave. Next item on the agenda this evening is the consent agenda.
So moved.
Been moved that we approve the consent agenda in its entirety. Do I have a second?
Second?
Second by Councilman Ponto. Any discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carried. Next item on the agenda this evening is the EPA AOC.
I'll let Katie kind of talk about exactly, what we're talking about here. No pressure.
Stand up. All right, so hopefully everybody has had a chance to review. Just yesterday we got the final, and there are no changes from the one we'll be signing from the one that you had seen. But Chris, the attorney of EPA, and I had gone back and forth on a few things. Specifically, you'll see that there are lots of findings as to specifically TTHM and the stage 2 testing, byproducts, and
what I added in there, they've got, Lloyd's been out of compliance for that because that level, statutory level, acceptable level, went down. I also wanted in there what we have been working on, as part of the formal findings, that, we have been addressing this issue. And I also wanted there in number 19, it to be formalized that we're waiting on KDHE really to move forward. So what this is it's just an agreement. Obviously, EPA is requesting that we sign this agreement, and if we don't, they will order this anyway. But we are signing this consent agreement and it kind of gives us some steps that we need to follow. When we originally got this, it was you will hire an engineer, you will build a new plant within a really short period of time, and you'll do this. And we wanted to reflect sort of our two-pronged approach of fix the disinfection practice and also work towards a new plant. We want to do both of those things. So I'm on the border page where it starts with number 21. Actually 24 is really where we get into the meat of what we need to do. And